I love the jam. You ever heard of this guy, Little Vicious?
That's bashment party days, basement party days.
Oh yeah, we were in the barn. His damn name, you would think he was a damn drill artist. He was Little Vicious. His ass, he was vicious all day. He's the 90s drill artist. Well, to make, Rastafari, what we call it, Rastafari.
You are a
How
mess.
y'all doing out there?
That's dance hall music for you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, y'all.
we doing good. We doing good. How are you, TT? I feel you. I feel you. We're gonna have to get you a cup of coffee.
I already drank a cup of coffee and I had a Red Bull today.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hey,
Yes.
listen, I don't blame you. I got to
We
get up
need
early. Down here in the country, you got to get up early. Your early bird gets the worm. I'm
there's
up
not
before the
enough
birds chirping.
there's not enough hours in the day.
It's literally not anymore. The
Mm-mm.
older you get, the more you realize that.
Yeah.
You got to get up early.
Even if you
You
get up early.
you got to get up, or you start your day early. It's enough time.
I start my day early and finish it late.
Well, sometimes in life you got to roll with the punches. Roll with the punches.
Well, I'm getting beat up now, so I don't think I can do much more.
Rolling with the punches. Yeah, they're a mess. All right, guys. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Shift the Culture. Tonight, we have a bunch of topics to discuss, and we have a good lineup talking about political topics, community topics, some inspiring stories. We always want to thank you guys for joining. And TT, you want to let them know?
Yes, yes, yes. You guys can follow us, like, comment, and subscribe. Mafa TV, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram. Yes, make sure you
We
guys leave lots
everywhere.
of reviews. We read them. Facebook, we read it all. We read it all.
We sure
Awesome.
do.
So we got TT, we got cousin Jimmy, we ready to go. We're about to get into it, but first I want to have a little remembrance. Moment of remembrance for those that passed away recently. We have rest in peace to Kiki Shepherd. She died at 74 years old.
Ooh, rest in
Um,
peace.
yep, she's famous for her time at the Showtime Apollo. And also we had rest in peace remembrance for the legendary Chuck Norris. He died at 86. He's a
I,
famous actor and martial arts. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, you finish. I apologize. I was gonna tell my little story. Go ahead.
And I was just saying both entertainers have, made impacts on our childhood and also the culture. But you could go ahead, cousin Jimmy.
Well, I tell you this, DJ Chin. I'll keep it short and brief. Me and
Mhm.
Chuck Norris had a encounter
Oh
out
boy.
there in Los Angeles, California. I was headed out that way. We had a big load of hogs that took a wrong detour, and we ended up in Los Angeles, California. And I ran into Chuck Norris, so we had to stop at a hotel and get some rest before we headed back north here. And I said to Chuck, Chuck, they told me you knew karate. He said he knew karate. I said, all right, well, if you know karate, come meet me in the back of the alley. We go in the back of the alley, and Chuck Norris hit my ass with a backspin kick. I tell you right now, knocked the damn wind out of me. I thought I was in a coma. Matter of fact, I thought I was in heaven. Came on back. I said, Lord, I would never ever challenge Chuck Norris again. So that's a Chuck Norris story. And then old Kiki Shepherd. Oh my. Anyone saw the Apollo, I mean, my eyes were glued to the tube. I tell you right now, oh, Kiki will walk past and, oh my God, she was something amazing in those dresses. So we just gonna remember, remember them in great ways, and it's just it's a part of the life cycle. We all come and we all go, but when you're here, make some things happen, and those two individuals definitely did. Rest in peace.
Yes. Yes, that's for sure. And then we have a little shout out to our guy, NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. He
Oh, yeah.
covered the funeral expenses for Miss Jada West, the 12-year-old young lady that was bullied and, got into a fight and she passed away. So we want to definitely commend Shaquille O'Neal for stepping
Yeah,
up
Shaq.
and pretty much, yes, helping out with his resources. And pretty much that's what a community in a village does. Someone like Shaq, he has the resources to help, and I'm glad he did. And that was a good look for him. And the family, I'm sure, appreciated it as well.
Definitely. Thank you, Shaq. That was big.
Yeah, very unfortunate death with Miss Jada West. So, first topic today is Trump reacts to Joe Kent's resignation.
Ooh.
Man, Trump, I don't know what's up with your cousin, but y'all need to get evaluated, both of y'all. Y'all crazy.
Oh my God. We DJ Chinny,
I need to get evaluated.
It's sad, DJ Chinny, but now my ass got evaluated last week. I'm waiting on the results now, DJ Chinny. So you can't diagnose me yet, but my damn cousin's ass been evaluated about 5 damn times, and I tell you, one time they came back and said he had an issue. The next time they said he didn't. I think he paid the damn people off, but I don't know. I don't know.
He said that.
Not scary.
Right?
Oh God.
He said that pretty much that he didn't feel that Kent was fit to be his national counterterrorism director. He said that he was weak on security and that how could he not see Iran as a threat? Mr. Kent stepped down 2 weeks ago, saying that he couldn't support the war in Iran and arguing that Iran was not an immediate threat to the United States. So that was his reasoning for stepping down. What do you guys think about that? Go ahead, TT.
So, because I really just find it funny. Like,
it is funny.
I find it funny. So you thought he was weak on security, right? Yet he worked as the director of the United States National Counterterrorism Center under your administration, right?
Exactly.
He would have never resigned. If he would have never resigned, he would have still had that position. You would have never fired him. Exactly. So how did you think that he was weak? I was very confused.
I agree.
He's a very confusing man. I don't know. Cousin Jimmy, how do you feel about your cousin?
TT, I hate to do this. I always ride with family, but I can't argue. You're hitting this one right here on the head. Is I told y'all last week my cousin likes to, whatever he says, he does the opposite. And in this situation, he hired a guy. The guy was counterintelligence to terrorism. He was in this director role. And the guy felt that the decision that his boss, which is my cousin, made was not a good decision. So the guy stepped down, and now my cousin's gonna say a guy that he put in position was not fit. That means my cousin's ass ain't fit to make decisions. He hired the damn guy. I don't know. I try to do the best I can to represent my family and my cousin and put him in a good light, but I swear this is what I can't do with TT. I'm with you all. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. But when you think about this, it goes back to the whole notion of what? Make America great again. You put individuals in positions to do so who has experience in these fields, and there's an individual that's in a very important space, counterintelligence for terrorists, right? So he's in this space, and he's here to strategize to counter terrorist attacks for us, to protect us. And, he's telling you, this is the guy that you put in position to say, hey, man, I don't think we need to be putting resources into this Iran war. I think we need to focus our resources on protecting America and the outside insurgent terrorist groups who sneak their way into this country and try to do certain attacks. I don't think we need to be deploying our resources to assist Israel. And he went against the guy. I mean, he obviously was not in support of the person he put in charge. And so this is what you have.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Our next topic says Iran insists that there will be no negotiations as the United sends over a 15-point peace plan while tensions is rising in the Middle East. So pretty much Iran's foreign ministry states that there were no negotiations, there's no talk, that the US is talking to themselves, that there are still attacks being happening, and that the US cannot be trusted. And he doesn't even know who he's been talking to because all the leaders have been displaced, from the airstrikes, or there's no person in charge, I guess, to make that call for peace. So for Trump to say that that they want to make a deal urgently and that negotiations are going well, why are we sending out 1,500 soldiers from the Pentagon? Why? If negotiations are going well, it's really, I don't know, so contradicting. TT, TT, what's that face for? Tell me.
You literally just said it. Why are we sending soldiers over there?
If negotiations are going well.
Thank you. And that, America, is our government. But anyways, you have one country saying that negotiations are being made, and you have the other one denying it, right?
Mhm.
My whole thing is, if something was to happen in the United States of America, right?
Mhm.
Our soldiers are all the way over there. Who's gonna protect us? Why do y'all keep sending them away from the United States? Like, it's two ways this can go. They really don't want war with us, or they want war with us and you're giving them exactly what they want by putting our people over there and making them have free access to come over here and do whatever they want to do to us because we don't have nobody protecting us because you sent them all to the Middle East. And at first I'm like, maybe it's somebody over there, acting or something like that. But then I just had to sit and think, it's nobody. He's not talking to nobody. I just feel like it's all false. Like everything he's saying is just false. That's just how I feel now. Like, I don't know. You can't really believe anything that's being put out by the government nowadays. Just like you can't believe these journalists that's putting out all this fake news they're talking about. But you're the government and you're telling us that you're negotiating with these people and you're not. They're denying it. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. We shall see what happens. But I'm a firm believer of, you're sending our soldiers over there and you're leaving us here to basically just take whatever's about to happen to us. I don't really respect it too much.
Iran made a statement. They said your defeat is not an agreement. And I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then another thing is they're firing at the surrounding region, near them. They haven't stepped foot over here and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's showing us like, hey, the beef won't really with y'all, but y'all just inserted yourself in it. So now y'all gotta, pay the consequences for doing that. And, I just feel like, I don't know, it's a setup to me. It feels like a setup.
It does.
Cousin Jimmy.
Well, yeah, what you got here in TT, you hit a lot of marks. We've been talking about this for the past few weeks about my cousin and the delusion. Now, we just got finished saying how there are things that he says that is a contradiction or a total opposite, and that's true. And in this instance, I want us to think. In this instance, when you communicate that way, you say one thing but do the other. In war, it's called deception. And so it's all about trying to create confusion, while underneath the confusion, the plan is actually being executed. So right now, it's looking like it's confusing, but I'll be frank with you. So months ago, when we did strikes over there with Israel, we actually striked in Iran before and hit some of their nuclear sites. This was months before this war kicked off. After that, we started sending ships over to set up shop. This was months ago. And we sat there and we set up shop, and we were basically putting the play together, bringing military vessels, Navy vessels, military men and women, getting them set up over there And now we're slowly trickling. If you notice, it's 1,000 troops here, 3,000 troops here, 5,000 troops. Not doing it in large. You're not going to hear 40,000 American troops going, because it's the perception. If you say 40,000, that large number is going to make Americans be like, what the heck is going on? This is more serious than we thought. You say 1,000 troops or 3,000, you keep sprinkling, people are not going to really pay attention to that number because it's not too high. But the stage has already been set. And what you're seeing here is just both sides playing. There is talks going on because Pakistan has come out, and Pakistan is playing the mediator right now in terms of being able to get the communication from the United States to the Iranian officials who are there representing them. The issue at hand with the 15-point is basically Iran's not agreeing to it because the 15-point takes away their some of those things, takes away their power to have nuclear weapons. It takes away their liberty and ability to control the Strait of Hormuz, and it takes away their government structure and gives power to the United States in regards to picking who that representative is going to be for the state, for the country of Iran. Iran is saying, we want to control the Strait of Hormuz. We don't want any more attacks on us. We want to be able to protect ourselves, do the things that we need to do, and we want to have full control of that. So Pakistan's supposed to play the mediator. So we'll see. We'll see. But I tell you right now, a lot of times, ladies, is what we're seeing is saying one thing and the other, and that is true. In war, that's also a tactic of deception. And so we'll see how things pan out.
Okay. Confuse the enemy, I guess.
DJ Chinny, you're like, we'll wait to see. I mean, what in the world?
Confuse the enemy.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's just saying, imagine if you're boxing and you're fainting, you're throwing feints, you're throwing little light jabs, and you're throwing feints, and you're moving, and then you come another way. So, yeah, that's what it is. And we'll see. I guess we'll see, DJ Chinny. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Next topic, No Kings protest. This past weekend, we had over 200K people in Minnesota. And then we had another small amount of groups in San Diego, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Portland, Oregon, and also Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Pretty much having a movement around the country. People protesting for their rights for free speech and liberty, and to protest against the war and also with ICE. So pretty much the protesters are saying that they're going to pick a day to demand everyone to strike all goods and services to hurt, the economy, I guess. What you guys think about that?
May 1st.
That's the date?
May 1st. Yes, that's the date. May 1st.
Oh, it's confirmed.
I think I could go 24 hours without buying something.
Wow.
But I honestly like the protest, the march and all that. I actually I like it because it's like one of those peaceful protests or whatever. You don't really hear too much about shootings and all that stuff happening at them. And also I like the fact that more people are now seeing right through this administration and speaking on the things that they originally believed in. But I don't know what happened for their minds to change. And then they went back to believing what they originally believed in. That's how I feel. What I get out of the No Kings protest is being controlled and being led are two different things. And people want to be led. They don't want to be controlled. So I feel like we need a president that's going to lead by example, not a dictator, not a king, not a controller. We need somebody that's going to stand up for the people and what we believe in, not just somebody who's speaking on their personal beliefs or whatever. So I feel like a lot of the speeches that they were giving, summed that up or whatever. You had a lot of elders out there. There was a lot of them out there. You had a lot of videos of senior citizen homes being flooded and stuff with older people and their little signs out. I really liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, I agree. Cousin Jimmy.
So the concept of no kings in terms of the definition in regards to opposing any authoritative political agenda, I agree with that. Of course, no kings, but I don't agree with trying to mess up the economy. A, you can't do it. And B, and the reason why I say you can't do it, the reason why I say you can't do it is because you would need a quarter or even more of Americans, which would be, let's just say 100 million Americans, to get behind an initiative like that to really have some effect. That's number one. And you're just not going to do it because most Americans, we are a country. The great thing about our country is our democracy. And if you are trying to make a change like that economically, you're kind of going into a situation where it's going to make it more of a solo type of pop party type thing, where basically there's no division. There's just a whole bunch of the same people coming together for an initiative. But in this country, you just have people with too many different opinions for something like that to make an impact. And most people are not going to even waste their time doing it. Most people out here working, trying to figure it out, got families to take care of. They're not going to risk those things for some no kings. Now, what I would say is this, is I think it's great, but we have to remember these protests that you see out here with no kings, you have to be conscious of who and what's behind the protests. Remember Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Do you see it anymore? This would be a perfect time for Black Lives Matter to be involved in some things that are affecting Black lives. Right? But the no kings thing, like I said, on the surface, it's definitely something to give confidence to in regards to what we're seeing politically in our country, because we don't want any authoritative figures. So the message, but what's underneath that? Who's behind the no kings? Where did it come from? So it's something that we have to pay attention to, because remember, there's always the puppet master on all sides.
Okay. Guess we'll see where.
I just wanted to throw an interesting fact.
Go ahead.
I just want to throw an interesting fact. We can't even boycott Target and Starbucks for a day, let alone the whole economy. The whole economy.
Listen,
like it was
that
a
was
day
a bit
where we
extreme though.
Like
goods and services, like
everybody missing work. We ain't got no police officers out there. It's just too much.
But see, and you hit it, TT, because the solve isn't to disturb economy. The economy is already disturbed. It's inflation time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look what the prices was. The economy's just disturbed. If you go in, I'm gonna try to think about this. Let's say you boycott Walmart, Target, all these big stores. Let's say we do it for a week, just a week.
Mm-hmm.
When you return to them stores, do you think they're lowering their prices?
No.
They're gonna increase their prices. Why? Because they just missed out on a week of revenue.
Yeah.
And they know
they're gonna pack.
What? There you go, TT. Economics, supply and demand. People gonna be like, damn, we don't went a week without damn groceries. Well, we're having
groceries, yeah.
They gonna make the money.
What you gonna eat? Or everybody's gonna go shopping before, be off that one day or that 1 week, and then go shopping immediately after. You're still buying the same stuff you were gonna buy that week.
That's right, TT. And the thing about it is that going out here looting and destroying stores in the communities, doing stuff like that, trying to, boycott. Listen, it's one thing if there's a company that said no blacks can come into our stores, and so we want to go out there, or let's just say forget black, because we're my mama's black, my daddy's a redneck, but you all are black here. But anyway, let's just say they said no Asians can come in the store. No Asians can come in the store. It'll be understandable if you see Asians out there protesting that company, because that company is saying no Asians can come in the store. The point I'm trying to make is very simple. Protesting is very important, and I believe it has its place for certain things. And the no kings on the surface, in terms of authority and opposing that, on the surface is fine from a protesting standpoint. But when you start to talk about messing with the economy and boycotting and stuff, what is that? What does that have to do with authoritative? Trump's not running damn Kroger's. What is that? He's not running J.C. Penney. He's not running Dollar Tree. I mean, what the hell? What is that for, man? It's a bigger, it's a bigger picture, bigger play. That's my opinion.
That's a good way to look at it. Well, I guess we'll see what happens, right?
We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. We'll see if this no kings thing works out. But remember, we got to figure out who's behind this. Maybe that'll be something we can talk about next week.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Idea.
Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Time out. Before we go to the next topic, right?
Oh,
I did see a TikTok video of a white lady basically stating that this is not a protest for Black people. She basically said, I'm going to send it to you guys. She basically said, we want you guys to stay home and we going to speak on your behalf. Basically, that's what the video said. And it took me a minute to comprehend what she said, because I'm like, okay, you want us to stay home. But then when you said you want to speak on our behalf, it kind of threw me off, because I don't think
back to what
anybody
just said.
outside of, exactly. I don't think anybody outside of our race can speak for us. I'm sorry. I just don't.
That's right.
I just don't.
Except
but yes, I forgot that did happen.
Except for cousin Jimmy.
Well, I'm Black, you know. You know,
about that.
My arm here white, my other half is Black. We all just doing a damn mixed thing here. They said they.
But your brain got a little bit of that that orangeness in it.
Oh God, oh, don't do that to me. Damn, dog, you got me out here looking like damn food. Come on, man, get it together. You're better than this, man.
I'm just saying. I don't
Come
want
on,
no
where the hell are your ass at, Kamal? We need
Kamala
Kamala ass back. God darn it. God, Lee, Kamala, where you're at. You see
Y'all
my
are
head?
nice.
Thank you.
I was gonna ask you about it.
I swear, I would represent for my damn cousin. I had to cross him out. I can't represent right now. I can't represent what's going on right now.
Is that painter's tape?
Yeah, I had to find something to cross it on out here, man. We went out here in the country. We got folks to vote because we felt Donald Trump was the best damn candidate. I swear right now, we're all out here in the country quiet as hell, crying in the corner, tears at church praying, Lord, can you please bring them back down to earth, because I don't know what he's doing out here.
He's going to see now.
Oh. Now yeah, exactly. They can see now. The rain is gone. God. We can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Oh God! Oh my God!
You can see?
Nah, I said Donald Trump is going to see now.
It's that TT. I swear, I have about 2% of ounces of hope left here. That things can turn around for us as Americans, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's bad.
You still got hope?
2%, too damn. Listen. When you remember, see, around Christmas time, I knew it was an issue around Christmas time. You remember when we were little, you know, the Salvation Army guy outside the store, the Walmart or something, he got the red thing, and people just dropped. I walked past a daggone guy's bin, and I could see the whole bottom of the bin. I swear I only saw about 5 nickels in there. I said, golly, the man got 25 cents. He's been out there for about 3.5 hours. I said, DJ Chinny, I said, it is really a recession right now. The Salvation Army guy ain't got nothing but 5 nickels inside of his bin. He's been out there working a whole shit. It got
Times is
so
hard.
bad, DJ Chinny, the guy left the daggone bin. He left it. He walked to the corner, smoking a cigarette, talking to some other guy in the parking lot, left the whole. He just was like, the hell with it. I ain't making a damn cent anyway. I said, that's when I knew. I should have known something then. In December, Christmas time, Salvation cans empty as hell. I swear.
That's true.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, let's move on to our next topic. It says Dallas police have released the body cam footage involving a shooting of a bodyguard of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
TT.
That's your girl, TT. So authorities say that Damian Robinson, also known as Mike King, was a wanted fugitive with outstanding warrants. He pretty much, the police tracked him into a hospital parking garage in Dallas where he refused to surrender for more than an hour, and the police had to call in for the SWAT team. The body cam footage is saying that the shooting appears to be justified, but it's still under investigation. Go ahead, TT. I see you over there winking at me. What you think about this?
Words, to be honest.
Huh?
I have no words to be honest.
I don't know how he got that job as a bodyguard with that outstanding warrant. They don't do background checks.
Wait, don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else. I am honestly confused at the fact that not one person realized he was not the person he said he was.
Crazy.
Technology is so advanced. You run that facial recognition through a screen or whatever, you're gonna pull up the real him. That
very concerning. Happened. Very concerning.
That never happened. And then you got, was it the police chief or who was that lady in the video? You got her saying, well, I never seen any signs. Huh? You mean, this is like, that's basically like a fugitive in the government, just doing what he want to do, collecting intel. You don't know where it's going at. You don't know nothing. Y'all all just confused. Everybody just confused. Nobody know nothing.
Ridiculous.
Everybody's Blue's Clues in this situation.
And that's such a big role. You a bodyguard for a congresswoman? Like
Congresswoman. Thank you. How many places were you in? Yeah. How much information do you have?
Great. There you go.
I'm very confused. And the fact that they're not really, like, it doesn't seem like they're that much concerned about that part of the situation.
Because he's dead. If he was alive, then it would be a different story.
Yes, but we don't know if he collected information, spread it to that person. We don't know anything. All we know is this was Jasmine Crockett's security guard. Yeah. That's on every headline. That's all we know. Literally. But yes, where was the technology? Where was the background checks? Where was the facial recognition? Where was all of these things? Y'all had this man in powerful places. I assume since he was the bodyguard, he had to protect her in some powerful places, but obviously they didn't care. And then they're saying we need to have better vet tactics or whatever she stated. You think so now? You think so now? You didn't think that before this happened? I'm just confused. Still love Jasmine, but
we love
Cousin Jimmy and his crush.
We love you, Jasmine, and
You want to be her bodyguard?
Oh, what? Oh hell! And I don't even need a damn gun. I don't even need a damn gun. All I need is what the YNs call a stick. And I don't even need a gun. I do my kung fu. This is what Chuck Norris taught me. He did a kick. I said, you see. So I know how to move with this damn stick here, and I kick some butt for Jasmine. I'll tell you right now,
Cousin Jimmy, you're gonna need a gun to protect the congresswoman. Okay?
It's not. Listen to me. Bruce Lee taught me some moves. Oh. After I got my behind kicked by Chuck Norris, I had to go see Bruce Lee. This is back in about 74, 75. I had to go to school up in the Bay Area in California. I had said, Bruce, Chuck kicked me with a roundhouse. I need some help, and he showed me some.
How old are you? How old are you, cousin Jimmy? Because you look
I
about
do not disclose my age, but I tell you right now,
Say it backwards.
I'm old enough to kick some. I tell you.
I got one question for you, cousin Jimmy.
All right.
One question.
But yes,
I got
ma'am.
one question.
Yes, ma'am.
You think that if she found out that you were that man's cousin, she would allow you to have that job?
Oh, great question. I believe when she gets a chance to see how handsome I am, and she gets to see the confidence that I have in myself, and she hears my country voice say, Jasmine, she will be head over heels for me, girl. I tell you right now. She be head over heels for me. She knows the country boy. She from Texas. And I'm going to tell you why that guy got in there, y'all. Because his ass was tall, brown, and handsome. That's how he got in there. That's how they ain't doing no damn, you know them damn goddamn woman in there. And see, Jasmine ain't the one that's choosing her security. She has a team of people that's probably selecting or a security team or whoever vets that.
Fire them.
But they see the guy tall, brown, and handsome come in there, got a little muscle on him, and oh my God, they're not background check. Hell no. Can we go out on a date? That's what the hell their ass was thinking, and look what happened. You got the venom, it be the smooth ones.
You don't stand a chance, cousin Jimmy.
Yeah, it be the smooth ones. Come in here.
You don't stand a chance.
I don't think he heard you.
She gonna take you to the barbershop.
You see that?
She's gonna take you to the barbershop for your first date.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Listen, if we can get, I tell you right now, if we can get old Jasmine on this show here, I tell you, I will cut off my hair. I will cut my hair. I would do it.
Let me see
the
email address. What's the email address?
But yeah, listen.
Jasmine.
If you can get Jasmine Crockett on our show to talk about the latest that's going on in the political world, Cousin Jimmy would cut his hair. Now, that's if we can get her. But that's how he got in, y'all. I'm telling you, guy walked in. He's tall, brown, and handsome. The secretaries and the team and staff are looking. The women especially, and they're like, oh, he fits the profile. He fits the profile perfectly, and it be those ones come in. They fit it when you fit the profile perfectly. You got to do a little bit more digging on that individual. Some ain't. He just ain't walking in here.
That's the point. That's the point. He looked so perfect. Why y'all didn't do a little bit more investigation?
Slid on in there, coming in there, probably bringing coffee, walking in. Who's around? Hold on. Let's make sure we vet this place here before Jasmine walk in. He's doing all the right things. I mean, the guy's even ready to go and beat up other folks for me. She's walking, she's small, so she's walking behind him, and she got the big old man in front of her feeling good, and his ass lined his ass off the whole damn time. I mean, what the hell? Out here being a whole fake person.
I'm about to see if I can change my identity.
Golly. But shout out to Jasmine Crockett. I hope, and I'm sure, obviously, this will be a lesson for me. You can come vet me anytime, Jet. Anytime you want to come and sit down and ask Cousin Jimmy some questions. Come on. I tell you right now, I get you some of that good old Arnold Palmer. You know how we do that tea with lemonade there? That's a country thing.
Yeah. We in the city over here. We not in the country.
And I got my stick. Anybody come up? I got my stick, Jasmine. They ain't messing with us. Bruce Lee taught me karate.
Better have the other stick.
You must have some bulletproof vest under that jacket.
Oh yeah, now TT, the other stick I got that one. Oh yeah, I got that one.
Okay, good.
But Bruce Lee taught me I don't need any of them.
I can't.
Karate.
We go to the next topic because y'all are doing too much. All right, so the next topic is Elon Musk power plant controversy. Pretty much residents in the Mississippi area are saying that his power plant, which is connected to Elon Musk's AI technology company that provides power to his data centers in the region, it's making too much noise. It's a constant noise all throughout the day. It's gases of methane turbines that's running, air pollution, environmental risks, health risks, long-term effects, property values being decreased, and quality of life. They're just making all sorts of complaints, and they're even monitoring the readings of these turbine gases to see if it's dangerous. And I heard reporters say that they were working without permits for months. They had this plant open. They didn't have the proper permits to have it. I was like, what? But Elon Musk is saying that it's going to develop major investments, new jobs, economic growth in the area. But we just want to make sure that it's not going to affect the environment or the community and the people that's living in the Mississippi area. Man, that was a lot. First of all, AI, why you need all these turbines, these gases? You gotta make it make sense. It's not connecting. I couldn't follow. What are we powering? What are we powering, Cousin Jimmy?
Well, so when you talk about AI, you have it's servers.
Okay.
And so so you have the servers, and you also too have the machinery that goes along with that. And so you have a plant, and from my understanding of this is this had been in the works for a while with the state of Mississippi. Why do you go to Mississippi? Low taxes. See, Elon moved his old operation from Tesla to all of his is it SpaceX? I think he's SpaceX, if I'm not mistaken. I know him and Bezos got I think he's SpaceX. His operation, he moved from California to Texas back during COVID time. Right. And then now he's spreading the operation because he's getting into XAI and all of that, and he's finding other locales that are low tax. So Mississippi government, that you saw the governor and the mayor of that town speaking about the benefits that it's going to bring and that it's not going to affect. Well, they're doing that because they were paid to give him the permits and things of that nature that he needed to set up shop. So all of that equipment and stuff that you see is everything to operate the initiative behind XAI and all of his AI things, from autonomous vehicles to the robots to the
aliens.
Well,
aliens.
That as well. And all of the AI components to it, and then you have servers and all these different computer components and technology components that go with it. So now, in terms of those turbines, there's some underneath stuff behind that obviously we got to do a little bit digging on. I don't know the specifics as to why so many, but that's what the whole setup there is about, is for his the XAI thing to start taking shape, but utilizing that space to continue to develop. Now, initially, I don't know if you all caught it, and I believe at first it was like it was supposed to be temporary. That's what they said in the video, and then on the flip side, it turned into, this is going to bring long-term stability and jobs in the area. So which one is it? Temporary or long-term? It's long-term. That's number one. Number two, when you talk about the state of Mississippi, and I love do you know I met me a hot tea from Mississippi? She was down, I met her in Memphis, Tennessee, but she stayed on the other side on the Mississippi side, and her name was Janice. I tell you right now, Janice was something special. Oh, country girl, she wore sundress like the wind blew, and I tell you right now. Anyway, so
You stay going off topic.
I'm sorry, but Mississippi has a special place in my heart. And Janice, if you are out there, girl, I tell you right now, come visit.
Have sundresses on.
She's a
Did
country
you hear me?
girl, huh? What you say?
He
I
has
said,
a fantasy.
why do all of these ladies you tell us stories about always have a sundress on?
It's just, you know what? God has blessed me with the opportunity to see some of the most beautifulest women with sun, and it's something about a sun. Anyway, me and this lady.
Yeah.
So I'll get it. My heart is with Mississippi. Is the point I'm trying to say. So to all my Mississippians, I don't mean no disrespect, but everybody knows the history about the South and Mississippi and the segregation with, blacks and Mississippi being one of the last states to even allow the advancement of education and health resources to people of color. But let's scratch that. How about to people that are low income? And that's what you're now starting to really realize or see, that yes, it was a race thing at the time of segregation, but at the same time of that, it was all about socioeconomics. And poor people of all colors are being affected by the big capitalistic money guys such as Elon Musk coming into their areas and taking over. And this has been going on for the longest time. They just use certain things to mask that everyone is being affected, specifically those that are low income. And so when you have individuals that are around these type of plants and stuff, they're going to have worse health conditions than others will. These are the individuals who have a lower life expectancy and things of that nature because they're looked at as low. And so Elon's going to move that way. The governor of Mississippi is going to move that way because they really do not care. It's about the money for them, and they don't stay out there.
Thank you.
Secondly, when you talk about Mississippi, Mississippi is the worst state in education. The worst. Look it up. Their ratings and their school systems are the worst. And it's not the people of Mississippi's fault. It's the state's fault. How it's always been regulated and how it's always refrained from helping people advance. Now, I say that to say, if Mississippi is the worst state with high education in the country, then who's going to get the damn jobs?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
So when these jobs come, so when these jobs come in, they might get the low wage worker job, being on the ground but who's going to be the executives? Who's going to be the directors? Who's going to be in the places running and supervising? It ain't going to be a lot of Mississippians doing that. And if it is, and that great to them, give them great opportunity, great advancement. But I just feel like, and this is to Elon Musk out there, and it's certain things I like about him because, he is a go-getter, and I respect people that are go-getters and innovators and stuff. But, man, humble it down a little bit. Humble it down. Have a little bit of decency and respect. And say, okay, I'm sorry, we kind of maybe moved too fast on this. What can we do to fix this situation for those citizens in that area? That's what a real humble, a real true boss would do. Because, see, I'm not against the innovation and infrastructure and trying to put things together to advance. I'm not against that. But when it starts to impede on people's health and livelihood, have a little bit of decency and respect as a boss and say, how can we fix it to make it right? That's my message.
I agree with that, Cousin Jimmy. There's a lot of open land out there, acres and acres of it. What's nowhere near anyone's homes. Like, I'm sure he could have found a better location.
Well, his ass is scared. You keep going further south in Mississippi, you're going to run into some damn alligators. You get into those damn swamps down there. I tell you, his ass, Elon ass would be running. Oh, my God. His ass would not be driving down Tesla. You think your damn autonomous Tesla, let a damn gator get that leg. Your ass will be trying to get up out of there. Yeah, Elon knows better. He knows what the hell going. Yeah. Don't miss it. And you know what I like? And I'm sorry. And I wrap it up here. There was a gentleman in a video, and I would love to try to get him on the show to talk a little bit more about it. He developed the organization that is out there supporting those citizens and getting the word out about the noise and the pollution issues of this plant. He was in that video, and so I want to shout him out.
Oh yeah, he was pretty much trying to track it and see, you know, what kind of damage it's doing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, we'll see what happens in the future with this.
I just don't understand, out of all the places, you put it right in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then the government, like, all y'all did was fine him. Was it like $7,000 for him not having the air permit? And then I guess he got the permit.
Yeah.
And then he's operating and people are still getting sick.
Yeah. Well, this is the real plan.
It's about money.
Yeah. It's about money. You're right about that, TT. But the real plan is also this. See, when they do those things, they try to force people out.
Yeah.
So there's a purposeful move behind this as well. So there's been some stories out there. Maybe we can cover some of them they're very interesting. Down actually in Georgia, on the coast of Georgia, in Savannah, I think it's Tibbetts Island, somewhere out there. Very popular place out there in Savannah. Savannah's a very, from my understanding, a very beautiful place. And anyway, this island is very historic, and this was the place where a lot of African American slaves and African slaves obviously were bought, and so this was where they settled. This is where in this community out here in Savannah, Georgia. And beautiful place. Is on its own island on the coast. And there was a story about a older lady in her 90s that was being forced. They were doing construction, and there's a developer that bought land and bought other properties around hers. And she went, "We're going to cover that next week." So that's a strategy they use as well. Let's put this here. Potentially, we can either try to buy people out for cheap. Or we try to force them out.
Wow. It's crazy.
Elon, you know what to do. I got some respect for you, man. You know what to do. Do the right thing here. Fix this thing for these folks, man. Fix it. You know what to do.
Let's see if he does it. We'll come back to this story in a few weeks, right? All right. So our next topic is about the NYC rent crisis. Pretty much the housing market in New York and Brooklyn have reached pretty much high records of the rent median being around $5,000 per month in Manhattan, and then in Brooklyn, $4,296. That's crazy. They're saying that it's because there's low inventory and a high demand in rental property, and then they're building all these new luxury buildings, pushing the rents even higher. And if you don't have rent stabilization, each year your rent is just going to keep going up and up and up to the point where you can't even afford the apartment. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's not even just Brooklyn or Manhattan. It's across everywhere. Like, you try to say, okay, let me move to another state. The rents are raising up there too. So it just continues to impact families that can't afford the increase in prices in today's economy, and the wages are not going up. Minimum wage is not increasing. Your salaries are not increasing. So how exactly are the working class supposed to afford this? TT, what happened? What happened, TT? Your facial expression says it all. Huh?
Y'all got politicians there?
What you mean?
Like, y'all got politicians like every other state, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't propose rent control bills?
Oh, good point.
They don't do that? Affordability, do they not do that there? Is that not a thing? I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't think affordability is a...
They do have affordable housing, but it is not affordable, to be honest.
Right. And in New York City, in those projects, DJ Chinny, if I'm not mistaken, you got fifth generation people still in the daggone project. So the list for affordable housing out there in some of those projects are, you'll be like the 1,000th person on the list. I mean, you'll be waiting damn a decade just to get a call from somebody.
But that's the thing. Like, y'all building more luxury places rather than affordable housing, and it's just not, the balance isn't there. There's no balance. And then I just want to know what these people are paying for, other than the space and then the amenities. In most apartment complexes, like that I know of out there, they don't have really good amenities. So what are they paying for?
Exactly.
So you still got to pay your electricity bill.
You paying for the location.
Pay your water bill. And 9 times out of 10, you got a monthly parking payment. So what are we paying for other than the space? Other than being able to walk in and out of a place you call home?
It's crazy. It really is.
I don't know. I feel like that's why it's just way too many homeless people out here nowadays, because you do stuff like this. Make people just want to give up. I can't even pay my bills. I just want to give up.
Tell me about it. Insane.
Too much. The politicians there, they need to come on. Why are we not standing up for the people? What happened to the government standing? Like, I don't know. Everything just going like this. Like a roller coaster. It's going down, down, down.
TT, you hit the, I mean, you're on one today. I mean, I know you said you worked hard today in school and had a lot.
The coffee and the Red Bull kicking in.
Listen, but see, this is my thing.
Stay in.
This is my thing. And this is for New Yorkers out there. Cause cousin Jimmy, I might be here in the country, but I done been on those 4 trains and I done did my ride. And I tell you right now, it was another. I found me someone out there one time. I can't tell you that story. I had me a great time. But I had to leave though. I had to get up out of New York. I tell you, the damn prices are too damn high. I almost went broke messing with her. Anyway, what's the damn guy? What's the damn guy's name? Who's the new
Mandami?
Of New? All right, so New Yorkers.
Mandami.
You remember Mandami? Where your ass at, man? His ass was all on TV before the election. He's all about the people. We're gonna give the New Yorkers free this, free that, free this. Everybody's gonna have the damn world. Cause let me tell you something about New York. Just like a lot of damn cities around this country. See, the mayor of New York is never the mayor of New York. Especially New York. You ain't the mayor. This ain't a small old country town where the mayor is and even in small country towns, you still got some big wigs in those towns that really control the town. The mayor, Madame, you ain't changing nothing. You spoke very highly of what you're going to do, and you
got
came
that position.
Yeah, and now you're in a position to advocate for New Yorkers, but he's not going to be able to. Why? Because who runs New York? The unions run New York. Who controls the unions? The construction companies, the large corporations, the money guys. And then when you get underneath that, if you want me to take it back to 1970s was a great decade for me, because when I was up in New York, those Italian mobsters.
What'd you just say?
The Italian mobsters. They control.
No, what year did you just say?
The decade was the 1970s. Don't get me started here, TT. I tell you right now. But I'm just telling you right. 1970s was a nice decade. But the mobsters controlled the unions. The corporations, the construction companies had the money flowing through the unions. So you have a mayor in this political position saying, hey, I'm going to put together some policies to kind of control this, but the mayor is controlled. So this is going to let the people know in New York, if your new mayor is really about all the tough talk, because he talked all tough about Trump. And then when he got voted in, you know what his behind was the first week?
DC?
And in DC meeting with Trump. And see, he knew he would have to meet with Trump. Anybody, if I'm the new mayor of New York City, I'm going to go meet with Donald Trump, whoever the president is. That's what you're supposed to do. You're running the largest city in the damn country, second largest city in the world.
Good thing he won't be the president when I become a politician.
But it doesn't matter when you're running a big operation like New York, you want to meet with the people in charge that can help you get the funding for your state. So why would you go out here and embarrass yourself and try to disrespect the guy, knowing that you're gonna go sit? Because it's all an act.
For a vote.
It's all an act. So we'll see. Let's tag. What's his name?
Mamdani.
And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I don't want to be disrespectful out there because I got a lot of great folks out there with the name of Mamdani. I know. So anyway, let's get him tagged in and see what he's gonna do to help New York. TT, you own one.
Make affordable housing affordable.
Let's see if he can. I bet you he can't do it.
Make America affordable again.
I bet
Make America affordable again.
If he can make New York City affordable again, I will cut my chin hair. I will cut my chin hair if he can do that. He's not gonna be able to do that. Guy, he doesn't have enough control at all.
That's sad. All right, guys, we have 2 more topics to go through. So let's get through it. We have Jay-Z breaking his silence. He had an interview for the first time since the controversy with the allegations against him and P. Diddy saying that they assaulted a teenage girl at a party back in 2000. This was back in December of 2024, I believe, that these allegations came up. And he had an interview with GQ, a video interview, and pretty much stated that, the allegations were cheaper to settle, but he wasn't going to do that. It's not in his DNA. And he's not going to, admit to a crime that he didn't do. And it would have killed him if he had did that. He was very heartbroken and he was angry. He was dealing with a lot of anger and mentally drained. He was glad that he had the support of his family, his wife, his partners, and just a close circle of friends and family that, had his back. And then he started to reflect during this interview on his career and when, how old he was. I think he was 26 when he started rapping. And he said he's been through so much and he never got arrested, never got shot, never got any type of felonies or anything like that on his name. So for that to happen to him, it was very, very disturbed by that allegation. He spoke about 2026 being his offensive year. He's been playing defense for too long. And also discussed Blue Ivy, his daughter, how proud he is of her accomplishments and how strong and how much her determination is to get better on stage as a dancer, performer, alongside her mom. He also emphasized the power that we have when we remove words like they and allow out of our vocabulary, stating that people only allow you because they control you. So if you remove those words out of your vocabulary, you can't allow anybody to control you if you don't have that word in your vocabulary anymore. So I thought that was pretty powerful. And that was my takeaway, from Jay-Z's interview. What do you guys think about it?
So the charges, the lawsuit did get dropped, right? Okay. So to reflect on that part, I agree with him. It probably would have killed him if he would have just settled. Settling means you're guilty.
Yeah.
It means you're guilty. If you settle without putting up a fight, I just feel like you're guilty because you should want to clear your name at any cost. You should, especially like somebody, with money and stuff like that, you should want to clear your name at any cost. I feel like people have been waiting for his return though. Where have you been? Where have you been? Just think about it. His anniversary concert sold out, less than 5 minutes? Like literally they had to open up a third date. But for me, I just feel like he's like a cultural man. I feel like he's respected on, most levels, and he's a realist. Like to get on a interview and basically express like that, that moment. Most people, they try to hide those moments when they've been accused or anything like that. So I do look at him as a realist. Something that stood out to me the most in their interview was when he said everything happens for the greater good, and I agree with this because I feel like people should stop calling their negative events in their lives losses and start labeling them as lessons, because those lessons prepare you for the greater good, and they teach you things and they make you go harder. So I do feel like nothing is really a loss. It's always just a lesson. Like, keep your eyes open, make sure you're always aware and stuff like that. You'll never know who's really out there, to get you. And it's not a loss if they, do it to you. It's just a lesson. So that's really what I got out of it.
That's a good point, TT. Cousin Jimmy? He's quiet.
Let's start. Well, okay. So, first and foremost, let's start by Jay-Z, his accomplishments as an entertainer. Can't he argue that all?
3 decades.
Much respect. The allegations, TT, you're right, putting up a fight. However, there are a lot of corporations and popular people or wealthy people who will settle just to get it out of the way so it doesn't stain. And settlement agreements have certain criteria in them where people, and this being a sort of pre-law student in that field, it has certain parameters where you can't speak about it, you can't talk about what the settlement amount was, you can't bring it back up as a case, you can't, so there's some benefits to some people being able to get it out of their way, but that doesn't mean that you don't put up a fight. And definitely if somebody's coming out wrong about me or saying something that I didn't do, I'm being first, hey man, hell, I didn't do that. You understand? So I'm with you on there, but those things that you all said are great. He dropped a lot of good Jews in there. What do you expect from a guy that's 60 years old that has seen a lot of things in his lifetime? He better have some Jews to drop on the folks. So great, that's cool there. But let's get to the underlining of everything. That's what Cousin Jimmy does. One of the things the young man said in the video is he quoted one of Jay-Z's lines. He said, you was who you was before you got here. It's one of Jay-Z's line. And he quoted it. Jay-Z, he said, you was who you was before you got here. You know what Jay-Z was before he got here? A hustler. He is a hustler. What do hustlers do? I know a guy that his ass will hustle. Listen to me. The damn guy will sell mud to pigs. He knew what the hell he was doing when he was out here in the country. He knew how to make money off of anything. And one thing Jay-Z is a hustler. What do he say? I'm a hustler, baby. We heard that down here in the country, Jay-Z. He's a hustler. And this is his opportunity to do what? Hustle. And so when you hear him say that he didn't get to his position by taking advantage of loopholes, tax loopholes and different things, he said that. You're a liar. You're a hustler. The guy made his damn millions off of telling us he was a drug dealer. You sold crack cocaine. That's the biggest damn tax loophole, and selling illegal stuff tax-free, harming the communities. Now, I'm not saying, everybody's excuse is, well, you're a product of the environment, miss me with all of that. You knew what you were doing. You could have chose a different decision to make money. Hell, you could have went to McDonald's and flipped burgers. You didn't want to do that. Now, I'm not here to bash anyone because we all grow from our past. You're supposed to. None of us are perfect. But to get on TV, use your stature to say that you didn't utilize tax loopholes to get to where you were, you didn't take advantage of people. You did that. You were a drug dealer, man. Now, let's get to the music part. Because, Cousin Jimmy, I love me some hip-hop music, and old Kendrick Lamar's my damn guy. What's that song he got, y'all? What's the song, the big famous one that he did at the Super Bowl?
They Not Like Us?
They are not like, listen, I have played that and Aunt Edna came out her damn slipper so fast she hit the damn floor. Aunt Edna was running to the damn dance floor to jam to that. When you can get Aunt Edna out of that damn kitchen, out of her slippers on the dance floor, you know you got a hit. So when I hear the man says that he decided to pick Kendrick on the Super Bowl because he was the hottest artist of the year and it made sense, and it did. It really did. But then I hear him contradict himself and say, well, he felt sad about the beef. He wished the beef between Kendrick and Drake never happened. Oh, he feels sad. No, your ass is feeling the heat from your entertainment contemporaries who are billionaires just like you, saying you need to smooth this over. Because when it comes to entertainment resources, Drake got as much resources and money as Jay-Z. Drake is worth over $500 million when you count his catalog. And then the people, the big companies that are behind Drake are over $1 billion. So yeah, you're going to try to smooth that one out, buddy. Because those contemporaries are like, we got to make this thing right. There may be a little piece of heart in there, but the most part is the hustle. Because now I want to smooth it over with Drake, because Drake could potentially be an opportunity down the line for a big deal, something to come together to be bigger, to make what? More money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then the guy says, the battle in hip hop because of the internet and social media, it can get bad and people being slaughtered. Let me tell you about this. It can catch fire quicker on the social media. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But let me explain something to you here. Nobody in their right damn mind, not I, Popeye. Now, I know some shots were shot off at Drake's house. I think that was a little setup and scam. It didn't come from Kendrick's side. And I don't even think Drake was home. I think the bodyguards, Drake wasn't even there. I think that was a little publicity, whatever the case may be. But the point is nobody in their right mind thought during this battle that Drake would be assassinated and Kendrick would. But when Pac got murdered in '96, the people that were involved knew that there was a potential for Tupac to be murdered. Because Tupac just got finished beating up a gang member who was known to be a murderer in a casino with the Death Row Crew. So people in that world knew there was going to be retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
When Biggie went to the West Coast 6 months later, people knew that there was potential for Biggie to get hurt, and he was even being warned, and Puffy was even being warned not to go to the West Coast. Those were instances where, based off of the situations those top rappers were in, people could suspect that something was going to come their way dangerous based off of decisions that they made.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought that Drake was going to get shot up. Nobody thought that Kendrick was going to get shot up, because these two guys are two different type of people, two different type of artists, but they're artists. And this wasn't ever thought to be a violent thing. So for Jay-Z to say, it gets carried away, this is the same guy that battled Nas. This is the same guy that made the song called Super Ugly. Should I play Super Ugly for you? Tita, you heard Super Ugly?
I don't think so.
Well, Jay-Z messed with Nas's baby mother.
Yeah, I heard that.
Carmen got with Jay-Z to get back at Nas. And Jay-Z made a song about it saying, I left condoms in the baby seat.
Mm-hmm.
Nas's baby mother dated Jay-Z after she left Nas, cheated on Nas with Jay-Z. Jay-Z made a song bragging that he left his condom wrapper in Nas's baby mother's baby seat. In Nas's daughter's baby seat.
Mm-mm-mm.
You want to talk about bringing families in? Isn't that bringing the family in? I'm just giving y'all the...
He did say women and children are off limits. He did say that.
Yeah, but he did a whole battle. The battle was so bad, you can look on YouTube. I'll send it all to you. Jay-Z said his mother was upset with him about the Super Ugly song because it was so vulgar and disrespectful. So a culture that you made your billions of dollars, you basically got to your billions of dollars off of this culture. This culture gave you your name and respect that allowed you to do all the other things you've done. And that is well respected. That is well earned. He worked hard for that. I'm not taking anything from his talent. He has the beautiful Beyonce. I wouldn't even disrespect him in this moment, but I tell you right now, her picture will probably be over there next week anyway. To help boost that as well too. But when we start to talk about the culture, we got to be real. And the real thing about it is, Jay-Z is a figure in this culture that's definitely respected, and I respect Jay-Z and his position. But what I would respect even more is for people to what? Be who they were before they got here. You know what I'm saying? Be who you was. You're a hustler. You're a hustler, man. And that's what you're doing. And it's like, it's not right because you had individuals out here in the entertainment world. And we're talking music now, right? We have people out here, artists out here, hip hop in specifics, who were in this industry that were bringing a balance of positivity and consciousness and positive things to our culture and to people. And the individuals like Jay-Z who were in positions at the time creating their content was not going to allow these individuals to overtake them. So they suppress them because it's competition.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get your money and you're out of the game now and it doesn't affect you. But it's like, what was going on with the contribution in the beginning when you came in the game? And so I'm not, I believe there was a lot of good things, but I also too believe there's a lot, and hip hop was made off of the battling and things of that nature. And again, we don't want anyone to get hurt. I understood what he was trying to say in terms of today's age. Social media can blow things out of proportion and people can start picking sides and doing this, and people were picking. Hey, listen, when Nas dropped Ether, I said, oh my God, people pick sides. DJ Chinny, didn't they pick sides?
They did. Ether was hot. Ether was fire.
And then some people said Jay-Z's Takeover was hot. And so Ether was so hot though that Jay-Z had to come back with Super Ugly. He was just out, so anyway, that's my rant.
I think that's every genre of music, like dancehall. There's battles and they call it sound clash or whatever. They'll clash another artist or they'll have beef as well. And I think as long as you keep it within the music and it doesn't stem into like violence, it's friendly competition, lyrical competition. Who has the best rhymes and who even saying something disrespectful like what Jay-Z said about the condoms in the car seat. That would be like a nice punchline, like that would be an uppercut if it's just about music. So I think as long as it stays competition lyrically, that's the most important part of keeping the culture going. But it's always been beef within hip hop and other genres as well. So
my thing is this: is just I believe because of people's money, we put them on pedestals. And my thing is just like, man, you made a living off of selling drugs and crack cocaine in the black communities, and you had communities that you contributed to destroying and families. Now we all make mistakes, but that's a conscious decision you were making as a grown man who knew the ramifications, but you didn't care because it was doing what? Getting you money. See, he told you in the interview. Where was his morality in the interview? When the young man was asking him, what's the conscience of being a billionaire? He basically was sum it up. He was basically saying, when folks say having too much money and that conflicting with the morality and stuff like that. Jay-Z said he laughed at like, no. His whole point was like, it doesn't matter. I'm a billionaire. Then he made a comment, I'm Hove. It's not You was who you was before you got here. He's telling you who he is in the interview, and that it's not a bad thing. That's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But don't paint it like, oh, the savior's here, he's back. Like, no, dude, like, no, man, like, no, like, do something real deal. Until I hear somebody say Jay-Z is opening up tech schools and all these different areas with his $1 billion, having an influence like that. When I start to hear him giving out grant money through a foundation on a big level. We're not talking about a few thousand here, a few thousand. No, you're a big guy. You're a big dog. Bring some people up. Got Blue Ivy and stuff, and I respect his thing with his daughter. That's family. We're not even touching that. It's nothing but love there. That's a father being a father. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But what real impact are these? I'm tired of this, man. Like, these folks out here who walk around here, man, smelling themselves, and no, man, you're in a position now to really do something magnificent on a large scale, to leave something that can be substantial to the culture.
That's true.
The culture. And we ain't talking about putting on a Super Bowl performance. We talking about something that can really help young people who are disenfranchised, communities who are disenfranchised throughout this country. And not just Jay-Z doing it by itself, but use your influence to bring others that have the same amount of resources you have to do it on a major level. You got folks out here, Bill Gates and them, buying up all the land, creating farms. I'm not saying it's good, because some of the stuff that they're doing with these farms, by creating this fake food and all this, but the point is they're utilizing the major resources. You got Bill Gates and this foundation out here testing medicine on third world countries in Africa. That ain't damn good, but I'm saying these folks are thinking way bigger. You got Elon Musk, they talk outer space, they're creating AI, robots, and tech. They move. We may not like it or not, but these real billionaires out here are doing stuff that's that's advancing mankind. Autonomous vehicles, and they're creating automobiles and robots and flying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're actually changing legislation.
I get what you're saying.
They're controlling the game, man. So anyway.
He does have investments in companies, but you're saying on a larger scale. I got you.
No, what I'm saying is that I got investments in companies. If you own stock, if you got a 401k, you got a retirement account, you got a damn investment in company. And I'm going to drag this a little bit, because I want people to get this home when we drop these clips. This is real deal stuff we're talking about. The disenfranchisement of black people in America. Most of us, as we were coming up, forget Jay-Z and them, we're talking about the early 1900s, the mid 1900s, even when we were still told that we had to go to separate schools. Blacks were making their money through entertainment. The Sammy Davises, we can go on and on and on. We made our money through entertainment, jazz, all of that stuff. Then the sports came, because remember, they had us out of the sports. We had our own leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then you also too had a small minority group of blacks who were inventing things and creating things. You fast forward to now, to the point where there's a larger number of us now who are in positions of power to pool resources to pour back into a disenfranchised group to help continue to lift that group up. Follow what the Jews do. Anytime there's an issue, say anything wrong about a Jew. All of them are coming together. The Jews have developed a committee. I've sent it all to you all. They developed a committee. And I got to give them respect for this. The Jews move in alignment. They developed a committee to oversee reparations for the Holocaust. So the Jews receive reparations from every single European continent.
Wow.
Country. Well, yeah, every European country, once the Jews developed this committee, they drew up their bylaws, they put together their whole package, And the ones who, the highly influenced, the ones with the resources, the ones with the education, those Jews came together and said that we need to put together legislation, and we need to put together a clause and present it to the European countries who allowed Germany to do what they did to us. And the Jews received reparations from England, France. So not just Germany had to pay them back, all of the European countries had to pay the Jews back.
Okay.
You say something about the Jews, they got an organization for Jews. You know why? Because they had influential Jews who had money from all different industries come together and pool their resources to do something major for their culture.
I get what you're saying.
But everybody's about themselves, and it's all fine. It's all good. We'll continue to keep shifting the culture. I'm done, DJ Chinny. I'm sorry, TT. I know you're tired. I'm sorry, dog. I just had to go on that rant. I had to. I'm sorry, y'all. In America, I know you're all not liking us, but it's all good. We love you as well.
All right, guys. We'll wrap it up with our last topic for today is Dr. Shay Taylor Allen. She pretty much got a surprising, turn of events or inspirational story where she was born in the Yale New Haven Hospital, worked there when she was 18 as a janitor, and then was inspired to become a doctor. And now she's an anesthesiologist resident at that same hospital, Yale New Haven Hospital. And it's just crazy how her success story and her future change just based off of, meeting. I think she met with the CEO by cleaning his office or her office. And, she was inspired based on the health disparities that were happening and her mom getting sick and the doctor advocating for her. And it's just an awesome story. And it's very inspiring to the youth, out there, just letting them know that, you never are where you start from. You always have to persevere, and the importance of not giving up, So I thought that was a very inspirational story that we have on the topic for our last topic for tonight. What do you think, TT?
I feel like your brain feeds off what you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
And everything happens to us, and it's all in God's plan. She was placed in that hospital as a janitor for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Her biggest sign to accomplish this goal was her mom going through health issues. That's what made her want to advocate for, patients and stuff like that. But like I said before, if you want change, you have to be a part of change. And that's what she did. Yeah. So congratulations to her on becoming a doctor. And yes, I can't wait to see more about her.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Cousin Jimmy?
I mean, of course, I think it was an amazing achievement. And the young lady should be honored and shown nothing but love. And use this as an example. We just got off of the Jay-Z topic, and it's still stemming in my head. This is a perfect example. Decision making. She could have went out there and did something wrong to harm her community or to hurt her family to make money. An easy way, a quick way. Mm-hmm. She was a janitor. She decided to be a janitor at 18 years old, work in a hospital, and have that interest sparked in her to say, you know what? I can change my situation. I can do something to contribute something good to my community, to my family. And went the hard route. And went and got her education, became a doctor. Now she can help people.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
So, daggone right. Just because you're from the struggle, that don't mean you got to go out here and do stupid stuff to make a quick buck. You can do it the right way.
That's true. All right. So that concludes our show for tonight. We're going to be wrapping it up with Chin's positive vibe for the culture. And it says, you win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. Mm-hmm. So remember to stay focused and keep pushing. Until next time, we shift in the culture.
No doubt. Thank you, DJ Chinny. Peace
out. Thank you. Peace out.